Dear learners, I welcome you to session 49 on William Emerson's ambiguity, 7 types of ambiguities, which is prescribed for BA 5th semester Optional English, Rani Chennamma University, Belagavi. In the earlier sessions, I have explained William Emerson as a critic, William Emerson's 7 types of ambiguities, and the meaning and definition of ambiguity. And in this particular session, we are going to discuss the limitations of the theory or the limitations of William Emerson's 7 types of ambiguities. And the objectives of this session is to understand those limitations which you will be able to do at the end of the semester, at the end of the session. So William Emerson's 7 types of ambiguity is a critical work, you already know it, published in the year 1930 when he was not yet 22 and revised in 1947 and 1953. The book was very influential as one of the foundations of the school of literary theory known as New Criticism. It is widely admired and influential study of metaphor, verbal nuances, and multiple meanings in poetry. And William Emerson defines ambiguity as not having a single, determinate meaning. And according to him, ambiguity is not a fault. Actually, it is a fault in the general communication, but for William Emerson, it is not a fault in poetry. He says that ambiguity enriches the poetry. So, let us discuss what are the limitations of the theory. As I said, it is an important theory, but that too has some limitations. There are some problems with the theory. The first one is the classification is not clear. William Emerson explains 7 types of ambiguities, but the classification, the distinct or the difference between these 7 types of ambiguities is not clear. They overlap one another, and sometimes you find that there is a repetition of those classification in each other. And these classifications should not be, need not be pressed too hard. It is said by William Emerson himself. In poetry, as we know, that there is no single meaning. Meanings depend on the text sometime, the context sometime, the reader, and reader's exercise in poetry. There are many things which influence meaning in poetry. So, when you are reading poetry, you should not go with the distinction, the differences, or the 7 types of ambiguities said by him. So he himself says that these classification should not be pressed too hard. As I said, the types of ambiguities they overlap, and definitions are highly arbitrary. They are not so realistic. They are not so correct in the sense. They are arbitrary. And the second type of ambiguity is imperfect. The new idea, what is said, the second type of ambiguity is imperfect version of the first type. So as I said, there is a repetition in the first and second type of ambiguity. And his method can be applied to a poor just as easily as to a good one. His method of classification of ambiguity can be applied to a poor poem just as easily as to a good one. So that is also a limitation of the theory. So these are some of the limitations of the theory. For more information, you may refer these books. Thank you for listening.